NC Pork. Good for the plate, great for the state.
Moving along to the Duke Blue Devils, where Jim Collins, you spent a lot of your career over wearing royal blue in Durham. The Blue Devils lose out. The coach Brewster's alma mater, 45-19. Illinois looking pretty good. Darian Mensah, he threw for 334 yards. He threw for 2 touchdowns. But Duke was playing turnover ball. 5 turnovers. Jim, you can't win football when the Blue Devils are turning the ball over 5 times in a game.
2 of those in the red zone also that
Right.
would have led to possible scores. The fumble punt was at inside the 20-yard line that set up another score. I thought the Duke defense played their asses off at halftime. At halftime, if I'm not mistaken, Illinois had -2 yards rushing. Duke had sacked the quarterback 4 different times, had 10 tackles for losses. Well, all of a sudden, when you play all those snaps, and I have it written down right here, the time of possession in that game, Duke had the ball for 24 minutes. Illinois had it for 36 minutes on a hot day. So that was a huge factor in that game, not to mention the turnovers. Duke still outgained Illinois 438-419, even though they gave up 34 points they gave up in the third quarter, or 31 points in the third quarter. So it was difficult. I still think Duke has a chance to be a good team. Real challenge this week going to Tulane, where the quarterback just came from, but I think they still have a chance.
How do you get a quarterback ready in Darian Mensah to go back and play his teammates that he ran away from for a big $4 million guaranteed check each of the next 2 years?
That game's going to be dicey for Mr. Mensah. It's going to be definitely different. There's going to be a lot of emotions by him, his teammates there at Tulane. But I'm going to tell you what, in most situations, Mike, those kids are going to celebrate him. They're going to celebrate, how good a player he is. Holy cow, did Duke go get him a heck of a quarterback? And they paid handsomely to get him. That's all fine and good. And every one of those kids at Tulane wish they were that guy, getting that money, and John Summerall's not so fired up about it. I know that.
It's Tailgate 101 from the North Carolina Pork Council and the North Carolina Sports Network. I'm here with Roy Lee Lindsay. Those noon kickoffs, man, nobody likes them, but they make for great tailgates, especially breakfast food.
They do a lot of things. A noon kickoff, there are challenges with it. You got to get there early, but you do get your evening back. You can watch other games on TV in the evening, so it's not all a loss, if you will. But what do you do for that early tailgate? You don't have as much time to prepare, to cook, to whatever. So here's some simple things you can do. One, North Carolina is blessed with lots of good restaurants that feature breakfast. So think biscuits and bacon, biscuits and sausage and egg. You need one this morning?
Oh, I do.
Get started right away. But you can stop by, you can pick up biscuits and take with you. Those are easy to unwrap, easy to have. But if you want to make them yourself, go ahead and cook the biscuits. You can cook them the night before. You can take them to your tailgate, throw them on the grill just a little bit to warm them back up. It'll make them a little softer. You can get them hot again, throw some bacon, throw some sausage on there. Again, you can pre-cook the sausage, throw it back on the grill to heat it back up, and easy to make biscuits, and you've got them. One of the things that I've always done for breakfast is burritos. Breakfast burritos are easy. You throw your skillet on top of your grill, you throw some eggs in there, some onions, some peppers, throw in some sausage and some bacon, and you've got an instant breakfast burrito. Tips for making burritos is you will always buy more tortillas than you think you need. And when you get there, you're always going to have tortillas left. I did it for 15 years, and we always brought tortillas, and we always took tortillas home. It never failed. We had more than we needed. So about half as many tortillas as what you think you need is what you really need for breakfast burritos. But breakfast is easy. And then when you come out of the game afterwards, you can throw something back on the grill and have an early supper, if you will.
That's great. And I know later in the day we'll eat barbecue, but at breakfast, you mentioned it. You can go sausage, you can go bacon, or you can go country ham. What's at Roy Lee's tailgate?
I'm a bacon and sausage guy, so that for me is where we're always going to go. Burritos I find to be easy because I can make a big batch of it for a large group of people, and then they can serve themselves as they go.
Get those NC pork burritos going. Bacon, sausage, you got it all, even country ham. It makes game days better, just like bacon.
Just like bacon.
Everything better. Roy Lee Lindsay and Mike Waddell here on the North Carolina Sports Network.
I tell you who else should be pretty excited is the receiving core for Duke, because a lot of those balls that Mensa is throwing, Jim, Tim, they're dropping them. They're hitting them right in the hands.
Yeah.
And you got to sit back and just say, man, did the kid actually have better receivers at Tulane than he does at Duke? But Duke is a proud team. They were a 9-win squad a year ago. And Jim, to your point, I think they have a lot of positives going on right now. Yep. What do you gain from playing a tough opponent like Illinois, a top 10 opponent, at home early in the season, and what will Manny Diaz and his coaching staff be able to glean from that experience to help their team become better in the weeks and months ahead?
Well, Mike, I think anytime you challenge your team against an equal or a better opponent, it gives your team a chance to grow. You know, some of these games that are being played, the 73-0 games and all that. Yeah, I don't know how much your team grows and you challenge. That's where really good coaches are show their mettle, is when you play a team like that, they dominate them and they come out and you're able to play a lot of players, but your team gets better. When you struggle against a team that you should be a great deal better than, and then you sit back and you look and you say, what kind of job are we doing? Are we motivating? Are we challenging our players enough Sunday through Friday that they're going to go out and they're going to play with the effort that it takes to establish who we are as a program? Duke had the opportunity to do that, and I thought in one half of football that they established that they could play with a so-called top 10 team, and I'm not sure Illinois is a top 10 team in this league, in this country, but I'm not sure I know who is a top 10 team in this country right now besides the Ohio States and those people. So it's an interesting challenge for you to face early in the year, and you find out a little bit more about your team. This will be a challenge for Duke. John Summerall is a good football coach, and they've done a heck of a good job at Tulane. And to go in and play them after coming off a loss to Illinois, the Blue Devils will be challenged in New Orleans.
This has been Bold North State Football Daily, an exclusive presentation of the North Carolina Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on social media at the NC Sports Net, and check out our website that is wall-to-wall coverage of North Carolina sports at ncsportsnetwork.com. Our foundational partner is the North Carolina Pork Council, raising the bacon, raising the bar. Telling the stories of the bold North State, this is the North Carolina Sports Network.